Hello world, I'm Colleen and welcome to my glamorous life. I'm that almost 50-year-old mom with 3 teenagers, here to give you some helpful tips, tricks, and honest reviews. Today we're going to talk about makeup brushes, what you need and what you might want. So let's get to it. Brushes. How many do you need? Well, I need a lot. But you don't really need that many to complete a face. I have my top 5 and my top 10. So I'm going to show you my top 5, which are the 5 that I recommend that you get a hold of for your makeup. The 5 that I think everybody absolutely should have. Okay. Those 5 are these 5 right here. Okay. First and foremost, everybody needs a really good fluffy powder brush. This one is by Morphe just because it's by Morphe. It's got a nice, soft, fluffy, but slightly stiff. So like it feels soft, but you can feel a little resistance when you run it on your hand. This is awesome for setting your makeup with powder, bronzing your face, blushing your face, dusting off extra powder, blending things in when you need to. This is perfect for that. So this is number 1, big fluffy brush. Everybody needs a big fluffy brush. Everybody should have one. Okay. Number 2, everybody needs a fluffy blending brush, a nice big one. It's an eyeshadow brush, but it's a little bit bigger. This is perfect for highlighting your nose, highlighting your cheeks, doing an all-over wash, or just blending out your eyeshadow. This is perfect for that. So everybody needs one of these, okay? Everybody needs what I call a fluffy flat brush. See how this is narrow this way, wide this way, but it's a little fluffy going this way? Everybody needs one of these because this can be used to concentrate color in the crease and in the corners of your eyes, but still feather it out a little bit because it's on the fluffy side. So everybody needs a flat, what I call a flat, fluffy brush. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4. This is a flat eyeshadow. Okay, it's flat that way, kind of rounded that way. Because of its unique shape, it's great for if you want to cut a crease or if you want to pack shadow on that lid. It's perfect for that. It's also great for getting right underneath your lash line with color. So this is a multi-purpose tool. This is number 3. Excuse me, number 4. This is number 4. And number 5, everyone needs this, and that's an eyebrow brush of some sort. I prefer a combination eyebrow brush like this. This has a spoolie on one end and an angled shadow brush on the other end. That angled, she can talk. That angled shadow brush is perfect for making hair-like strokes with powder or pomade in your eyebrow. The spoolie is great for brushing out your eyebrow. It's also awesome if you get a clump of mascara for rolling out that clump of mascara. So this is number 5. So these are the top 5 brushes everybody should have in their kit, okay? Those are the 5. Now, if you can afford to do just a little bit more, there's 5 more brushes I recommend. And that is a detail brush, which is similar to that first flat brush that I showed you. It is very narrow, very small, perfect for getting into the corners of the eye right here, or again, under the lash line, or even highlighting the center of your lid. So a detail brush. The second 5, the 5 that you should get if you can afford to do a little bit more than the first 5, okay? We're going to start off with an angled brush. This is an angled narrow brush, similar to what's on your spoolie, but this one's designed specifically for creating that little winged look. You can stamp a wing in place, line your eye with it, or if you needed to, you could get in and do those eyebrows. It's up to you, but good angled brush is great for creating more graphic designs. A pencil brush, which is rounded but very compact on the tip. This is perfect for getting into the crease of your eye with a very clean line. if you're doing something a little more graphic or you want a little more intensity, or getting in underneath your eyelashes again, these are awesome. Now, after that, you want a detail brush. This is a small, flat brush. If I can get it to focus there, there you go. Small, flat brush like this that you can get into the corners of your eye with, or under your lashes again, or in the middle. But these detail brushes come in very, very handy when you want to get color in a precise location. A nice thin liner brush like this is the next one on my list. This is perfect for lining your eyes with liquid liner or taking wet shadow and using it as a liner. Gives you very precise detail. Now, my last brush on my top 10 is going to be a fluffy angled brush of some sort. This one here, I happen to get this in one of my boxy charms. This is cute glittered beryl and gemstone on the ferrule, but that doesn't affect its use. It's really the fact that it's angled and I can use it for contour, very precisely applying contour to my jawline or my cheekbones or even the sides of my nose and what have you. It also works great for blush. So those 10 brushes right there, the best basic set you can get should have all of that in it. Now, I always say with brushes, it's about what you can afford. Just with makeup, get the highest quality you can afford. Don't break the bank on the great big expensive Morphe set if you can't afford it. You can get just as good quality going down to Target, hitting the e.l.f. section, okay? e.l.f. has some beautiful brushes. I still have some brushes from e.l.f., couple of pencil brushes that are probably 10 years old that work just fine, just as well as any Morphe brush that I own. If you can only afford brushes from the dollar store, that's fine, but look for the best quality you can possibly get. You want something that's going to stand up to time. You want something with a good ferrule on it, a decent handle. Once you have your brushes, taking care of them is important. You need to wash your brushes at least once a week. I recommend, if you can afford to do it, get 2 sets and wash them every day. Finish your makeup. As you're washing your hands up, cleaning up at the end of putting your makeup on, wash your makeup brushes and hang them up to dry. Typically bristles down is the best bet. I have this lovely little brush drying rack that I got for under $10 on Amazon. I'll try and link this one down below. I'm not going to link any of the brushes because to me, it's what you can afford, not exactly what I recommend. Just because I happen to like one brush over another doesn't mean you'll like it. But I'll link this in there for you. This is an awesome little drying rack. You wash your brushes and just pop them into the little silicone holes there, and it holds them up, allows them to dry upside down so water doesn't sit in the ferrule and rot. I love that because I wash them, like I said, every day. The other thing that's great, if you can't wash your brushes absolutely every day and you just want to be able to take the color off, you can get these. This one I got through BH Cosmetics. I know Morphe has one. I know there's several brands that you can get at the drugstores. And what it is a tin with a sponge in it. There's not really anything on the sponge, but it's designed to brush the color off. So you take your brush that's got the color on it, you brush the color off in here, and you're ready to go into your next color. So that's a nice little for transitioning from one color to another when you're not washing your brushes absolutely every day. A lot of times when you see me do my makeup, I will use like 6 or 7 brushes doing just my eyes. And I have that luxury because I have a ton of brushes, okay? You may not have that, and that's okay. The idea is to find the right brush for the tool. The 10 that I just showed you will give you tools for every possible makeup design you could want to do that you see me do. I use a lot of extra brushes simply because I have them. You don't have to. In fact, I will do my next makeup tutorial with just these 10 brushes for you or less, okay? So you can see how that's done. But for now, get the best quality brushes you can, keep them clean. I literally wash mine with hand soap, liquid hand soap. You can use fancy brush cleaner if you want. I haven't noticed that it makes that much of a difference except a dent in my pocketbook. So just make sure you keep them clean at least once a week so that your skin will thank you, because if you're using dirty brushes on your face, it's like using dirty makeup. Your skin's not going to like it and your skin's going to get angry. So keep your brushes clean. So I like to, like I said, wash my brushes every day. That's why I have at least 2 sets. In my case, I have a whole lot more than 2 sets. I have a ton of these. So that way I can have 1 set drying and 1 set ready to go. And I literally wash them with liquid hand soap. There is brush shampoo and dry brush cleaner. And in this, I save my money. I use liquid hand soap. It's unscented, basic liquid hand soap. It does the same thing. I get a little squirt on my hand. I get my brush wet. I swirl it on my hand, work it through, rinse it clean, and it's ready to go. You can get the fancy little mats. You can get the fancy little spinners. You don't have to. That's what I'm trying to get across, is you don't have to have all that. You can go basic. But keep your brushes clean, because who wants to put bacteria on their face? Raise your hand. Nobody? That's what I thought. So next week, I will do a basic makeup tutorial using no more than my 10 basic brushes for you. But for now, keep your brushes clean, keep your face smiling, and I will see you next week. Ta-ta.